guys. Patrick Walford here with Adobe Radio. Just wondering, so far, you guys have been on the tour for about 3 weeks. Just how has everything been so far? And just any younger bands in particular you guys have caught every day that maybe you weren't expecting to see and do as well as they have?
It's been hot. It's been really hot, and it's been pretty good. We've had some production issues, but because we have a few lights that we brought, and it's a struggle to get our lights up and out of the way before it's during set change. So it's for our crew anyway. It's been kind of tough for them, but the shows are great. Like, the shows are really good. But there's also been a few new bands that I've discovered. A band called Islander. They're really good. And who else? Immure?
Immure's like my new favorite band.
Yeah.
I caught them about a week ago, and I'm like, my mouth was open. I just stayed the whole set. I couldn't believe it. And I go try to catch them every day, you know. And we toured with Mushroom Head before. I can't believe they wear this freaking mask that covers their whole cranium, and they're out in
Oh my God. It's like 110 degrees.
I don't know how they don't pass out. We almost passed out. We're on in the dark, you know. Yeah. It's So they're really good, you know. It's been a fun tour, you know. We've been out with Asking before. Yeah. I think it's the first time for Trivium, isn't it? Or they've been on another stage?
We've toured with Trivium a few years back.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Mike, Lithium Magazine. I'm curious if you have any plans for the 20th anniversary of your debut album in October.
Yes, and I just came up with it today. But I got to tell these guys.
I was gonna say, I
actually just came up with the idea today, and
I was waiting for someone. I'm glad you did.
Because,
I keep getting asked the same thing. So
but
I'm glad you did.
it has to. I have to tell these guys what the idea is so that I can get the thumbs up. But I think it's good, and
He has great ideas. Always.
I don't know about that, but at least a couple of them stick.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you later. But yes.
Okay, I'll take
It's
the
a
yes.
surprise.
I'm excited too.
What was the second part to your question?
Just that the anniversary was coming up, and I wanted to know if you're going to do anything for it.
Oh.
It's gonna blow your mind.
I don't know about that. Thanks, though. Thank you.
I'm Madison from Korn Magazine. I know the Paradigm Shift is kind of like a monumental album for Korn because it's been almost a decade since I've been able to play with you guys. Does it feel like the family is back together now?
Yes, most definitely. It was, you know, for me personally, I had some real trials without Brian there, and I had some accomplishments that I could look back and pat myself on the back, but it was a real struggle and it was a lot of work. So now that he's back, I mean, having that extra person in the room and him being creative, and he likes to kind of pair off with you when we're writing and kind of work out beats and stuff, and drum beats he has in his head, and tries to work out. So it feels like the band is firing on all cylinders again, I guess you could say.
And there's no egos or attitudes. Like when he suggests something, I'm all for it. I'm like, yeah, I'll try whatever. I mean, there's no like, no man, I'm gonna do my thing and you do your. It's not like that at all. And watching him and James come together, and bounce off each other, and there's this like call and answer thing. They connect mentally, and it's kind of magical. You know, when we were in the studio for the first time, the first day from the get-go, it was like. There was not one bit of awkwardness. They were cracking jokes about old times, and we just started rocking, and next thing you know, we got 25 tunes, you know, and called in Don Gilmore to solidify everything to, you know, fresh ears, and I'm really proud of that record, you know. And of course, we just released Paradigm Shift World Tour Edition. It just came out in Best Buys, and you can get it online, and super excited about that. There's 3 newer songs on there. Haters, our new single, we're playing on this tour. It's the first time, and a bunch of live versions we picked from different parts of the world. London, Denver, and Moscow. I think that's it.
There's a UK track.
Is there?
Brixton Academy.
Okay. But yeah, we're stoked on it. It's awesome to have it. Because Brian's been out of the band almost as long as I've been in the band, you know, and he's been in about 2 years now. And it was like, I've always, you know, dreamt about having like the 4 original up front, me in the back, since I got the gig. And it's just awesome. I mean, the Hired Guns did a good job of what they were doing, but There's just something about what these guys have, you know.
There's a certain sloppiness.
No, it's a
that we play with that no one can play. It's sloppy as us and sound that good.
But you know, I've been a session drummer for most of my career. You know, I got hired to play with a bunch of name acts, but I'm usually, I'm hired to adapt, to be a chameleon, to go to other. But there's no one plays like these guys on the planet. There's a reason that appealed to the masses like that, and they sold 38 million. So yeah, it's really a great thing.
Hi, I'm short from popularity. With Korn being around for so long, how do you keep it alive, and how do you keep it?
Coffee. A lot of caffeine.
Yeah.
I think we continue to stay creative in the studio, and that when we come up with a riff or something, I try to imagine that translating to a live scenario, so that you have you envision a crowd in front of you, and I think you would be able to see a crowd moving to this, and it's sort of it just kind of helps us generate this circular motion of excitement and creativity when you're working. And I think the same thing, you know, being on the road can get tiring, so you kind of look forward to going and, I have a couple of ideas, and you get inspired to get back in the studio and sleep in your own bed. But yeah, I think, and also it's about focusing on what we have at task for the day. You know, and the fans.
I was gonna say, obviously the fans, you know, they keep showing up. There's diehards out there. People 47. Somebody's coming tomorrow in Pittsburgh. It's her 52nd show.
Oh,
52. If Bonham came back from the dead and Zeppelin got back there, I wouldn't go see it 20 times, let alone 50. You know, that's insane. So to me, it's all about, you know, the fans keep showing up. You know, they're lifers. You know, like us. We're musician lifers, and as long as we keep creating and keep it fresh, and we're having a great time, you can't bullshit the audience. You know what I mean? It's you can't get up there and fake it. You know, the bands that do that, usually they don't last that long.
I am from Rockstar. It's a Venezuelan radio show, so I know you guys been here.
Very cool.
Do you believe the new metal became stale? Is that why you try to look for new sounds?
What became stale?
The new metal scene.
New metal.
Well,
Is that why you change your sound?
I think that one of the beauties of this band has always been, and with every band, you hear everybody say this, you have a new chance to recreate your sound, and how much of that can you really step out and take chances and do and go out on a limb? For us, we did an extreme when we went and did the Path of Totality. Yeah, because we were tired of it. We were tired of the same way that making albums, and a couple of those songs, like the song Get Up that we did with Skrillex. I love that song. I love playing it. It's challenging though to step outside your comfort zone, and for a lot of artists. But that's when I think you're either gonna succeed or fail, and we always kind of roll the dice. And I think we're at a point now we just don't care. We've proven to ourselves that, you know, sometimes there's a few hits, a few misses, but I kind of forgot what I was gonna say. But I was coming to a closing comment, but I forgot. Fuck it.
But it's cool to be in something that's, I always say, like, you know, to be in a band that's not, there's a lot of bands I look up to, like the AC/DCs and Iron Maidens and that, but you can pretty much tell when they put a record out, it's pretty much going to sound a lot like their previous catalog, and that's okay, their fans love it. And in this band, there's a lot more creativity, and we're not afraid to, you know, when John came up with the idea, you know, for, hey, let's try these dubstep producers and all that, I was, especially me as a drummer, taken back, because I was like, I'm not sitting the year out because it's like a lot of programming and a lot. But we pulled it off live, and it's even more in your face live. It's awesome, So it's cool to have that, and I'm a huge fan of the Untitled record. That was to me way outside the Korn box because there's a lot of different sounds on there. First time they brought a keyboardist in, and so there's all these new elements that are always happening. It keeps it fresh and exciting for us.
My name is Anthony. I'm from Channel News 24. Most of my questions were asked, but I've got some other questions for you. You mentioned your collaboration with Skrillex. Are there other collaborations? Are there other bands right now that you guys would really like to get in the studio with and hammer out some new music?
I love doing collaborations with hip hop artists. I think if we did something like with A$AP Rocky or someone like Kendrick Lamar, I think that would be really cool. I'm a hip hop fan. I'm a hip hop hoe.
Yep. And Ice-T's out here with us. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, if we got that guy to come on stage with us and do half a song, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And he's on the side of the stage.
Yeah, all the time.
Every time I look over there, he's sitting
Him and Coco and the dogs are
with
like
the dogs and shit. I'm like, how's that for the dogs?
Yeah.
But that's a side note. Yeah. But that would be good if we got Ice-T to
That'd be rad.
to jump in the studio but I've always wanted to do a collaboration again with current we've done one with him, but if we did something today with Chino from the Deftones, I think it would be a slam fucking dunk. People would shit themselves. Both of our bands have come so far since we've done that. We did Wicked, which is a cover of Ice Cube's song. If we did something with him, I would really be happy. Maybe even Richard Patrick. That'd be cool. That would be cool. That'd be good. It's kind of, you never know. I gotta go through my phone and see who I still know.
Christina Aguilera, maybe. You never know.
Now, just as far as writing the paradigm shift, when it came to Brian coming back in the band a couple years ago, when it came to writing this record for you guys, was it something where you guys clicked right away as far as ideas with this record, or was it something since he had been away for a while, maybe he hadn't really kept up with the band in terms of releases? What exactly was the writing experience like with him this time around?
I mean, there were some songs that, like some videos, like the song "Coming Undone," that a video he saw, and he was like, it was such a good video. I remember him saying like, it kind of hurt to watch. He was like, ouch. That was his explanation. So he kind of kept up with it a little bit, and I think some of it, departing and seeing us continue without it was too painful to kind of really look at with a magnifying glass. But when we got in the studio, we didn't really know how it was all going to go. But the first couple of hours, like Ray said, there were ideas. I mean, we really had to kind of focus because we were writing a mile a minute. And there was so much creativity in the room and excitement. And I think after we all knew it was going to work, it built up even more because it was like, wow, this is going to be good. And so that furthered the positive, momentum, I guess.
In regards to your new song "Hater," why do you think the internet is turning into one big global beatdown?
Everyone's that's a funny statement.
It is.
I wish I would have came up with that. It's kind of faceless. It's a faceless way to tell people about things that you really fucking hate and get away with it.
Anyone can make up a stupid
There's so much shit I fucking hate. But I don't go around fucking talking about it. Like, I just don't say it.
But everyone's always up for the slant, especially if they don't like one thing, and they'll just. I mean, it's pretty bad. It's bad on there. Like, it's brutal. There's like.
I mean, I hate fucking Splenda. I hate Splenda. I don't go to fucking Splenda's website and tell them how much they suck and how I think they cause cancer. But that's just me. But why do I think? Yeah, I think that it's because it's just there's no consequences. It seems like.
I made a mistake of going to one of my YouTube videos one day and reading the comments. That was the last time I'll ever do that. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. This guy should die right now. Like, what? How could you? It's just, I mean, it's extreme. It's not even like,
I know.
It's funny. I don't know.
It's not even constructive.
No,
criticism.
it's just like, and you can't put your real name, so that you know, anyone could be Joe Schmo at 333,
Darth
whatever.
Vader 686.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, but the internet, it's that's the way it is. It's the world we live in now. It's like, you know, it's great because you put a song out, and right now in Germany and Canada and the States, they can listen to it right now.
And then make a comment about how fucking shitty it is.
How much they hate it. Two more. Better make them good.
All right. So I know you guys said that you would hammer out about 25 songs for your new album. You only put 15 of them on the track, though. So can we expect another
That means
album
there's 10
soon?
left.
There are,
Yes.
and they're good too.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Jonathan did not physically have time to write lyrics to that many songs. I mean, it's a pretty brutal process what he goes through to write lyrics, and I think this time it was easier, but he had not as much time. So, you know, those tracks are still there, and they're really good.
Yeah.
But he just took the first 15 that inspired him right away.
Yeah, whatever clicks in his head. A couple of them were like, wait, what about that
song?
Because you know, because something we felt really strong, like, oh, this is gonna kill everyone. He didn't find it. Yeah. So, but you never know. Down the road, we could change it up for the next record, or you know.
Yeah, those tracks were recorded. They just don't have vocals on them. So
Yeah.
it could be. Maybe we could arrange them to be an instrumental.
Even some of the first demo stuff, the first week we got together, I had on a CD, and I popped it in my car not too long ago, and I was just like, oh, I can't believe this didn't make it, because there's, you know.